got a question.
Oh, Christ, what now?
Unless it's where do you keep the frying pan so I can make you something delicious, I don't want to hear it. But for the sake of this video, I have to hear it. What?
Am I the only one that's concerned about men? I'm so concerned. And the more I think about it, it's just like, oh my God, like we need to help them. Like it's just hard for me to see somebody.
You need to help men? What kind of weird reverse psychology is this?
If ever a man is like, what do you bring to the table? Girl, he doesn't have a house for that table. Does this man even have chairs for the table? Like the man does not have a place to even put a table. Talking about, what do you bring to the table? Girl.
What type of men are you attracting that don't have houses?
I'm homeless.
How much income does your husband has to make?
I really don't have any specific amount, as long as we're financially stable enough to sustain our everyday lives.
So is 20K enough for you?
No, I think above.
Like 30 to 50?
Yeah, because my mom used to make 30,000 a month, and it's not enough to sustain our everyday needs. So I think it's not enough.
All right, that's fair.
Yes, this woman believes $350 a month is not enough money to make. But $500 to $900 a month is enough.
Where do I sign up?
You know what I cannot stand that some women do sometimes is when they talk about when they're dating, oh, I'm not going to be doing wifely duties. Well, do we tell men not to do husband duties? Absolutely not. We allow these men to pay our bills, to give us guidance and protect us.
Too little, too late. We do appreciate the sentiment, but I mean, you already like 56. More elderly women should have told younger women when they was young this same thing. Maybe y'all did and they just didn't listen. Oh well.
Yes, I'm unstable. What?
You said you weren't going to go back.
Okay, and?
Bro, you're contradicting yourself.
Okay, but whose business is it? It's not your business though, right?
You made it my business.
No, I didn't. That's the thing is I feel like I can't even say things out loud anymore because you guys feel like I'm asking for help. I'm not asking for anybody to rescue me. I was just venting. It was just a quick vent. I can't vent? No, when's the last time you did something you wouldn't do, right? You said you weren't gonna be eating the way you do, right? And you still been gaining weight. Weren't you supposed to lose 30 pounds this year? 4 years ago? Right? And you're supposed to get your bag up, right? Your money, right? Oh, this year I'm gonna get so much money, right? And now you're still broke? Right, so we say things that don't happen.
I'd have stopped hanging out with this dude. That's just me. At the very least, I'd have stopped telling him anything about anything.
We all need a friend like 21 Savage. A person who could tell you the truth even though it might be hard to hear sometimes. You see, 21 Savage's friend Young Thug has a problem. See, Young Thug was in jail for something called a RICO charge. And while he was in jail for that RICO charge, he made a bunch of phone calls to his friends, 21 Savage, a bunch of people. Those phone calls were recently released anonymously. Well, what does that have to do with 21 Savage being a good friend? Well, again, one of the phone calls Young Thug made in jail was to 21 Savage. He calls him, he says, what's good, my boy? 21 said, what's good, what's good, what's good? Young Thug said, look, 21, I want to release a song about Gunna, because he a snitch. And I want you to be on it, 21. See, at this point, Gunna is accused of being a snitch, but we'll get to the snitch allegations in a moment. But first, 21 Savage's response to Young Thug is, hey, if you want me on it, then I got you. But are you sure this is something you want to do? Young Thug said, boy, ain't you hear me? I said he a tattletale. Yes, I do. 21 Savage said, Well, if I can be honest, I don't think Gunna did what he did to hurt you. You see, what Gunna did was he took something called an Alfred plea. Basically, the police wanted Young Thug in jail. They needed to prove that Young Thug's record label was a criminal organization. How do you prove that? By getting people to say Young Thug's group is a criminal organization. They pull in Gunna. They say, if you say Young Thug's group is a criminal organization, you get 0 jail time. Gunna's lawyer said, boy, you better tell him it's... Gunna said, I got you. Young Thug's group is a criminal organization. Now, it's important to note that multiple people took this deal and this furthered the case against Young Thug. Now, whether you think that's snitching or not, that's up to you. But regardless, 21 Savage's response to Young Thug was, I don't think it was personal. Young Thug's response is, well, what would you do if you were in Gunna's situation, 21? 21 Savage says, well, Gunna and I are respectfully different people. I'm 21, real street baby. But I digress. Ain't you tell your brother to take the same deal? I said, because Young Thug absolutely told his brother to take the same deal as Gunna. I just didn't think 21 Savage would use it to further his argument. You see, Young Thug told his brother to take the same deal because everyone else took the deal. Young Thug's case is already difficult, so he tells his brother, you might as well take the deal and get 0 years. So 21 Savage's point is basically you understood the deal when your brother took it, but now you don't understand when Gunna took it. Explain. But on the phone, listen closely. With 21 Savage, Young Thug says, I did not tell my brother to take that deal. 21 says, well, your brother is telling everyone in the streets that you did. Young Thug says, Gunna broke my heart. Is that what you want to hear me say? Everything we've been through, when I saw Gunna stand up there and say YSL is a criminal organization, it broke my heart. 21 Savage says, I understand, I got your back. Just know I do disagree with you at some points. You are technically still Gunna's boss. So if you're really upset with him, maybe you could squeeze him for more money, do things through the business side. But if you want to release an album dissing him, just know I got you. And they both end the call saying, I love you. So it goes to show that you can disagree with your friends, you can challenge your friends, and they can still be your friends.
Why did you play that? Because your girl is your friend. I should be able to tell my girl, hey man, this and this and this and that with love without her acting like this dude. In fact, if I can't, I don't know that we'll be dealing with each other for much longer.
Would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest?
I picked bear. Bear. I picked bear.
You know what the most aggressive bear is? You know what the most dangerous bear? Do you guys know? Polar. Yeah, I was going to say white, but sure, polar. Where did polar bear come from, you know? You have no problem calling them black and brown bears, you know, but... all of a sudden the killer bears are polar. That's crazy, you know? I call them privileged bears. That's what I call them. You know? Shout out to polar bears. Y'all got a good PR team, you know? Got them out there drinking Coca-Cola. They are dangerous, man.
That's because these chicks think they're going to be with the bears doing this. Yeah, I'm a bear, baby. Growl. I respect your boundaries.
To the Index tonight, a hiker was mauled by a brown bear in Anchorage, Alaska. She called 911 herself. Authorities say she was 2 miles up the Dome Trail when the bear attacked. She was badly injured. She stayed on the phone until help arrived. She's now in stable condition. Wildlife officials have not located the bear.
My friend recently asked me my ideal scenario for dating, and I told her Sleeping Beauty. And she was like, isn't that a little toxic because he kisses her awake, therefore doesn't get consent? I was like, I'm 33 years old. I would let a guy out of me awake so long as he has a mortgage and a horse. I would much rather go to sleep than on another random coffee date and hear about a trip to Japan. I don't think Disney princess movies were written by misogynistic men. I think they were written by women in their mid-30s who pay their own rent.
Now you're learning, boyo.
I went on a first date a month ago, and this guy was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, well, either the love of my life or a consistent fuck. And he was like, can I give you some advice? I was like, okay. Okay, I'll take some advice any day. He goes, listen, you're 23, he's 30. You're 23, you just moved to the city, like, you shouldn't be looking for anything. Are we not on a date right now? It's like, I've done the streets. I've done them well.
He could probably tell that you had done the streets and done them well. I don't think he wanted you like that because he could feel your vibe. As much as girls want to pretend like they think guys are stupid, or maybe you hoes really do think that, but whatever the case, it's starting to get monotonous. Seeing these girls, I'm 20, I don't want nothing, and then when they hit the wall, now I do want something. Guys are hip to that, and the quiet man has been hip to that since he was in grade school.
It's okay, I'll clean it up.
No, wait. There's probably so many tiny shards.
It's okay, I'll put my shoes on.
But some of them could still be there after cleaning it up, like microscopic ones.
True.
Hold on, what if we just leave it here, put some walls up around it, just so we know the whole area is a no-go?
Oh man, I'm never dating lesbians again. I thought, hey, why not? Couple of lesbians. We can make it work. This would be dope. This is the worst relationship I've ever been in my life. You got the manic one and then the hot one who is not even a lesbian. She was just sick of men for a bit. Better help my ass. I need some better hoes.
Feminism was one of the worst things that happened in America because it pinned men against women. Do you realize what number just came out last week? Do you know what our childbirth rate is last week?
Really quickly, do you think that women are so stupid that they've been
No, I don't.
brainwashed?
I-
Okay, so you don't think that they've just fallen into this feminist propaganda? You don't think they're idiots?
No, I don't think that. But I do think people can be manipulated and
they're
brainwashed.
not stupid enough to do that because
Another lesbian. Now, she's not hot. She's actually not hot. I didn't say that with the proper inflection. I meant to say she's not hot. She's mid. Maybe she's below mid, but she's definitely a midgen. Shout out to my guy, who was it, Jabari, who put that term in the comments. Definitely a midgen, but we could work with you. What else can you do? Anything? Lady, can you juggle? Are those the AI smart glasses? They got the little, they can record? Those are not the Jarvises? Those are just regular bifocals?
majority of people are splitting
there are so many people that bought into a philosophy that stole decades away from their lives. Decades away from their lives because they bought into an idea that didn't produce the results.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about capitalism is the best economical system that provides the best results for people.
But we can't just jump back and forth between claim to claim to claim. So the claim about feminism brainwashing people into being single mothers, how does that
I
work?
didn't say, I said feminists originally brainwashed women to believe men are the enemy. That led to where we are today. Last week report came in.
Single mothers?
Yes, in many cases because they don't need men.
Do you have evidence for that?
100%.
You really think a single mother wants to be a single mother?
Absolutely, we have evidence of that.
You think the single mother making minimum wage down the road? Like
Whoa. You added minimum wage. Yes, we do think you want to be single mothers because you got rid of the man so easily. You picked the wrong man so frivolously.
It's like I've done the streets. I've done them well.
You added minimum wage. Bitch, go work making $40 an hour picking up dookie off the ground. Them dudes get a lot of money. Oh, you don't want to do that. Yeah, shut the fuck up then.
Working for some grocery store, having to take care of all of her children
the amount of
is just like, I just don't need a man. I just want to be independent.
What percentage?
I'll live in abject poverty
what
to be
percentage of the U.S. revenue that we get in you think we use for entitlement programs? What percentage?
I don't remember the exact
What do you think the
percentage.
number is? So we bring in $4.9 trillion.
But it's far less than what we do in private spending.
We bring $4.9 trillion in, okay? The U.S. revenue comes in. What percentage do you think goes to entitlement programs?
I don't know.
What do you think is a reasonable number?
Well, what you're calling entitlement programs, I'm actually not sure what you mean by that.
I'm talking about Social Security. I'm talking about
so social
Section
welfare.
8. I'm talking about any of these.
It's much less than other OECD countries.
What percentage do you think it is?
I don't remember the exact percentage, but
I
it's
want
much
you
less
to
than
guess.
other
What do you
OECD
think
countries.
it is? You think it's
We are
10%,
far behind.
20%, 30%? What do you think the number is?
No, but it's relatively low compared to other
But what
OECD
do you
countries.
think it is? Can you guess the number?
I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I've already said that.
68%. How much more entitlement?
68%. Can we fact check that?
You can fact check that.
Okay.
Please do so.
Please.
68% goes to entitlement programs.
Of our federal budget?
No, of the revenue that comes in, 68%.
So the capita GDP.
Not GDP. You're confusing the two different things here. Actual tax revenue that we get.
Okay, so tax revenue.
68%
now
of
that
it
we're
goes
specific.
towards entitlement programs. 68%.
The boom,